Hello, welcome back to our channel. Today we will discuss France and South Cyprus interests with retired Brigadier General Ufuk Uras. Welcome, General.
Thank you, Colonel.
General, first of all, France and South Cyprus Greek Administration declared that they will sign a statement of forces agreement soon. What does this agreement mean, and why France is taking such an action?
First of all, I have to say that they signed an agreement in December 2025, which is called a Comprehensive Partnership Agreement. And one of the sections in this agreement is defense and security cooperation. They are declaring that the SOFA agreement in question is the extension of this framework agreement. It is expected that this agreement will be signed in June this year. And with this agreement, France will be allowed to deploy military forces to the Southern Cyprus region. However, this is unlawful because it is violation of 1960 agreements of the island. France is not a guarantor state. Another important factor is that the Southern Cyprus Administration haven't asked for any consent for this agreement. The consequences of this agreement will affect the entire island. And this is the reason that they should have asked to the Northern Cyprus Turkish Republic before they
Yes.
go and sign an agreement with France. The second part of your question is about why does France want a relationship, a military relationship in the island. When we look at their security and defense strategy, we see that it is very ambitious. France wants to be everywhere in the world. They want to have influence over Africa, Middle East, Eurasia, entire Europe, Asia, Indo-Pacific region. But this is very ambitious, and they don't have such a power and capacity to be everywhere in the world. And they are losing ground, especially in Africa and Middle East. They are in decline. Many countries in these regions want to limit the relationship level with France, and many countries also want to end their relationship with France because France has not seen those countries as equal partner in their relationship and humiliated these countries and exploited their resources. So for this reason, there is an increasing reaction from those countries to France. France sees Türkiye as a competitor and aims to contain Türkiye. This is one of the reasons. And France positions itself as the leader and the protector of European Union countries, and with that wants to influence their policies, their decisions. And one of the objectives of France with this agreement is also to sell weapon systems to the Southern Cyprus and to make profit. I think another objective of France is to use the island as a military base for possible operations from this region to the Middle East or Africa. So these are the reasons why France is now aiming to establish a statement of force agreement. But this will not bring positive results, I guess, not only for the Southern Cyprus administration and Greece, but also for the France.
What do you think? What kinds of French military forces are planned to stationed on the island? For example, maybe artillery, armed forces, or missiles. What do you think?
At this stage, it is unclear. Uh, However, France is supporting the Southern Cyprus administration for the expansion of the naval base in Mare region in Larnaca.
Mhm.
There is a naval base. and France is providing support for the reconstruction of this military base. It is likely that France will deploy some naval vessels initially to this region. We don't know whether France will further send troops. They declare at this stage that the forces will be intended for humanitarian aid operations, but it is known that this is not their true intention. They are directly targeting the Northern Cyprus, the Turkish Republic in the Northern Cyprus, and Türkiye. If this SOFA is signed, we may learn what type and what size of forces they are planning to deploy to the island.
Mhm. When we think about the joint military response force development by Israel, South Cyprus Administration, and Greece, how would this agreement with France will impact Turkey and North Cyprus Turkish Republic?
The agreement which you mentioned, which is signed between Greece, Israel, and Southern Cyprus Administration, has already been a destabilizing factor, and it is a militarization. It is leading to the militarization of Southern Cyprus, and this agreement with France is adding another fuel to the already rising tension in the island. And these agreements has the potential to lead to an instability in the island, and the rising threat in the south from Southern Cyprus administration and its relationship with Israel and France will definitely compel Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus and Türkiye to take necessary political, economic, and military measures to counter the rising threat from the south.
In this position, what are the reactions from Turkey and North Cyprus Turkish Republic?
The Turkish officials and officials of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus criticized these decisions and has also condemned these decisions. The so-called SOFA agreement has not been signed yet, but if it is signed, there may be some additional reactions from Turkey and from the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus.
How does the increasing tension in Cyprus affect NATO and Europe in general?
It is an important question. Nowadays there is a growing concern in Europe for the security of Europe because United States is thinking of withdrawing from NATO. Even if United States will not withdraw from NATO, US will reduce its military forces in Europe. So now the Europeans are in the process of redefining and redeveloping the security architecture of Europe. And they all say that they need Turkey for more contribution either to NATO or for the security of Europe in different formats. And France is also one of the countries that wants to cooperate with Turkey for the security of Europe. But on the other side, the same France is creating a problem for Turkey in the Eastern Mediterranean region. So this is very much inconsistent with European security policies of France.
France, at the same time, in NATO
Yes, France is also a NATO member and
member.
a NATO ally.
Yeah.
Another NATO ally is Greece, and the two NATO allies are trying to destabilize the region against another NATO ally, and which is not acceptable and which is not a rational policy. The rising tension in the island will not contribute to any of the parties and will result in rising tension, and this will not favor either Greece or Southern Cyprus Administration or France or even Israel, and this will not be also favoring the people of Southern Cyprus Administration. A military confrontation in the island will have serious consequences for the Southern Cyprus Administration.
General, finally, I would like to ask the public of Greece people and Greek Cypriots against increasing militarization in South Cyprus.
There are not scientific survey results and analysis results about the public opinion both in Greece and in Southern Cyprus. However, there is a division among the people towards these agreements. Sensible people do not want a military confrontation. They all believe that the dispute should be resolved peacefully with Türkiye through negotiations. They are also against the military relationship with Israel. You know, Israel has committed genocide against Palestinians. The ongoing war in Iran is also another factor which has damaged the perception of Israel in the West. And the Greek people, especially in Greece, are very critical of their government for the relations with Israel. For France, however, the reaction is not like that because France is European Union member.
General, would you like to add anything? Last
My advice to the people of Greece and the Greek Southern Cyprus administration is that they should not trust the relations with Israel and France. In case of a military confrontation, they may end up alone in the island.
Thank you very much, General, for your comprehensive and detailed analysis.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching us. Hope to see you again on our next programs.